Welcome to Off the Cut, a podcast where we talk about building, making,
and answering all of your questions.
I'm Eric from Spenceley Design Co.
And I'm Zach from Zach Builds. If you have a question that you would like us to answer on air, you can send it to offthecutpodcast@gmail.com.
You can find both of us on YouTube, Instagram, and unfortunately, because we have to keep up with the kids, you can find us on TikTok too.
All right, now let's get into the show.
Oh, sorry, I was choking. Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Off the Cut episode 56. We're 56. Up in Toronto. Today is known as Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. But here in Ohio, today is respectfully dedicated to the food of the day, baking a pie in solidarity. What
I realized
incarnation is this? What?
I just realized, okay, hold on. Sorry, I mess around with the live chat right now. For anybody just listening right now, we have a new role joining us right now. We have Derek, the producer, and part of the problem is that we have this overlay on the screen for people watching live on YouTube. I was trying to show off some of the stuff Derek was doing in the background. He's got the beautiful
56
Route 56 sign for us, but it wasn't showing correctly because we had that overlay up before.
It's a work in progress. We got new things going on, but
that's right.
What in the hell is baking a pie in solidarity? So let's give this a shot. Derek, look this up for us and tell us what it is. Baking a pie in solidarity. So you got to add them. Oh,
I think I'm going to guess here. I would say that baking a pie in solidarity is all about baking a pie for a cause. It's the pie equivalent of changing your Facebook profile picture and you like overlay whatever flag du jour on it. You know what I mean?
Just the thought of pie makes your mouths water. Virtually every country has a version of this dish, providing how versatile delicious pies are. Bake a pie in Solidarity Day.
Okay. See, I thought this was like baking it by yourself, or am I using the wrong word?
Oh, I see. Solitary pie. Yeah.
That's
solidarity. It. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. That was the wrong word. I mean, we've discussed this. I'm down for a pie any day.
Pie over cake every damn day of the week.
100%. No doubt.
You know, if you have a bunch of people over for a party and you put out a pie or you put out a cake, you still have like 75% of that cake left at the end of the party every single time.
I'll just take the explicit already. It's because it's one of those shitty sheet cakes that people get from the grocery store. It costs like $11 and it's made out of the worst ingredients possible. Nobody wants that damn cake. You get me a nice high-end cake, I'm in.
Yeah. But okay, so I think there's a much lower floor for cake than there is for pie, because pizza, it's like pizza, right? Like even bad pizza is still pizza and it's good. And I feel the same way about pie. Like even a bad pie is still pretty good, but cake can go much lower than pie can.
I look like a pie made of bugs. I'm always like dude, I'll take a pie from a gas station or like a McDonald's pie. You ever had one of those?
Oh, have I ever? Please.
It's fantastic.
Think about who you're talking to before you ask silly questions like that.
No, you eat McDonald's every day. That's
exactly.
That's the contractor life right there. You're like, McDonald's, I'm all in.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Dessert pie or savory pie?
I'm dessert pie. Are you talking like a chicken pot pie?
Yeah, chicken pot pie or shepherd's pie, or if you want to get fancy, a tortillere.
Excuse you?
Okay, Derek, can you please look up tortillere for us? I have no idea how to spell it, so here I'll take it.
It's got to be a French thing or something, right?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, it's just a meat pie. So imagine a pie and you cut into it and it's just filled with ground beef. Oh, Derek already got it right there. That is a tortillere. Yeah. It's French Canadian. Yeah. I mean,
this is my rating of I'd put it in my mouth.
it's delicious. It's great. Sophie's mom makes a very mean tourtière. It's like I think it's like a Christmas thing. I'll ask Sophie off the air and get back to you.
Okay. Yeah, well. So, what the discussion of cake? Did I tell you what happened on the airplane on the way home from Workbench Con?
No, we got too busy talking about my plane experience. What was your plane experience?
This is not that exciting. But speaking of cake, I was on the aisle seat as a tall person always tries to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this taller mom was in the middle seat, daughter was in the window seat. So I sit down. I obviously go straight to the aisle seat, and then I'm like, I'm going to make people climb over me, like no problem, because I'm getting this aisle seat.
Yeah.
But the daughter comes in, sits down. The mom comes in and has a large box, like a shoebox size box that she's holding. I was like, yeah, this is a little weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before the plane even takes off, they open up this box, and then it's kind of like that really loud plastic wrap. Like if you're opening up like a bag of Swedish fish inside the movie theater.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, it's going to be this kind of flight. And I look over at the corner of my eye, and they have like a birthday cake that has like one piece missing from it.
This is why domestic flights are the worst. Because this shit would never fly on an international flight.
No.
You would try and take that through security, and they'd be like, what do you think you're doing? They'd throw it right in the garbage. But domestic flights, you run this risk.
Bring 3/4 of a cake through TSA. But so anyway, but here's the best part. They are eating this cake on the flight. No utensils, no plates.
Oh my God.
Literally just like taking their hand claws and just jamming it into this cake, and then just stuffing it into their mouth. Like,
taking their hand claws.
Oh, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I mean, I guess at a certain point you become more beast than man.
Right.
Did it look like a cheap sheet cake?
It actually looked like a pretty nice cake.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it was leftover from a wedding or something.
So that's what I was thinking. And then later on in the flight, daughter's passed out, like sleeping. And the mom, like when the flight attendants, I never know what the right word, because somebody always tells me one of them was derogatory.
Oh,
and that's not
I know.
My intention.
Yeah. Every
I mean.
word is like a minefield nowadays.
Right. So the people assisting on the flight that are handing drinks out come over and they're like, what would you like? And then the mom is like, hey, it's my daughter's birthday. She just turned 21. So they're like, all right, we're going to do some big deal. And so I'm flying back from Atlanta, hungover as hell. I'm so tired. And they come over the loudspeaker thing. They're like, we're going to do a happy birthday thing. So they turn down all the cabin lights. They like have everybody hit their like flight attendant call button. So it's like, boop, 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 boop. So it looks like a bunch of candles. And then they make the whole damn plane sing happy birthday.
That's my nightmare. I would never want that.
The daughter looked furious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rightfully so.
That is one thing I told Miranda. I was like, if you ever make somebody sing happy birthday to me in public, I will never forgive you for that. That's too far.
There's only one situation in which I will announce my birthday or have my birthday announced.
Free drinks.
That's exactly. Or Sophie and I like to go to this steak place in Toronto, and they have really good they have like an ice cream cake that they'll give you for free if it's your birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh, every time I go to a nice restaurant, when you fill out like the the open table thingy where you like, pick your reservation. It's
Oh,
always
yeah.
an anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
That's a
There's
hack.
life pro tip for everybody right there.
That's a life pro tip. Well, I've got something wild. I got an
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
Hear me out on this. What do you think about answering a question
Oh,
that we
Okay.
got? Okay.
I thought we were just going to talk food all day, but I guess
No,
we
no,
could
no.
do a question.
This is a freeloader question, not what from one of our patrons. This is from. Oh, I gotta blow this up. My old eyes can't see. From
Derek's got some question art for us.
Frederick Jensful. Strong name. Oh, this starts with "Hi, Eric." This is one of the first ones that's been directed to me. I like this. Okay. Hi, Eric.
I've checked out emotionally.
Hi, Eric. I don't know if you guys take questions or not, but here I am.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm just about to start woodworking, and I'm wondering if I should start a woodworking shop outside or if I should just completely forget about it and start a shop inside. I'm worried about having wood rotting and possibly rust. I don't know if I've ever seen wood rust, but maybe I could have something to prevent these things. I'm not sure. And if I were to start a shop inside, would some sort of dehumidifier help with acclimation? And as a beginner, should I just forget about acclimation completely? Thank you for your time. I'm glad to have an actual professional to ask questions to. And I just couldn't help but say that you are just an amazing at woodworking. Oh, this is my.
Did
kind
you
of
write
question.
this yourself?
No.
You literally sent this in. This is a plant.
That aside, I must thank you for reading through the whole book of text. Thanks. Well, I'm flattered. I am flattered. First question.
Yeah, let's break this up into a couple parts.
Should you start outside or inside?
Oh man. I mean, outside has its advantages in, you don't have to clean up. You don't have to worry about dust collection nearly as much. But I mean, you're going to hit a wall pretty quick when it comes to working outside, and that is the first time it rains.
As I've experienced.
Yeah.
I would say going outside is a great starter, right? So if you have super basic tools, you can just take a saw and like a drill or whatever, rip something together real fast. And like you said, you don't worry about the mess. You just leave the sawdust and proceed.
Yeah.
The biggest issue, like you said, weather. If it rains, you instantly have to go inside.
And did he say where he's from?
Did not.
Okay. So, I mean, potentially 4 to 8 months out of the year, you won't be able to use your workshop either, right?
Right. And so I would say if you have the ability to go inside, do it. However, if it's like somebody like me who's in an apartment, me woodworking inside if I didn't have that garage is a no-go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're just like taking popsicle sticks and like gluing them together, which if that's what you want to do, that's great. That's cool.
The one way I could kind of see like working inside your house or your apartment is if you were going to strictly do like hand tools.
Yeah, but even like the banging, like the tap, 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 I think would drive people effing nuts, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you have to be a complete psychopath and just be like disregard everybody else in your life entirely.
Who wants to use hand tools anyway?
Oh, that's a whole other discussion we can get into, but
Let's not polarize our audience here. But let's see. So, Derek, I see you got something up about rust. Can wood rust?
I've definitely had issues where like, oh yeah, you're getting a bunch of information for the game Rust. I've had issues where you have like a fastener rust and then the wood kind of like absorbs that oxidation.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I'm not sure if rusting is the exact thing I'd be concerned about.
No,
If you're-
like warping and stuff like that for sure. And just like you would say, like he did kind of touch on it, like in terms of running a dehumidifier. I think the more consistent you can keep your shop, the better, right?
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think plywood is going to be your biggest issue if moisture is a problem, because it's going to mess up those laminations and like could warp and bubble and all kinds of issues like that.
Yeah. I've never seen any type of sheet good that reacts kindly to moisture.
For a perfect example of what I'm saying, go to Home Depot or Lowe's and look at their plywood.
Oh, you know what's even better? See if you can find a Home Depot where they store stuff outside, and then compare it to a Home Depot where they store stuff inside. Like sometimes you'll see at the Home Depot, they'll have like an outdoor area that's like fenced off where they store all the lumber and stuff before they bring it inside. And you'll see pretty quickly the lumber quality is always way better at the ones where everything is stored inside.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, what have you been up to since we got home from Workbench Con? Any riveting new things you've been working on? Any things you're excited about?
It's a couple little things. I've been mostly catching up on sleep, and the daylight savings did not help things. So I've been trying to get into that. I'm also getting ready for the move because I'm moving on Thursday, so in a couple days. So it's mostly just been packing. However, I did finish shooting a video on Sunday or Saturday about LED lighting. So I got this little $5 control board off of AliExpress, and basically it's like a little board that you can load custom software onto that can control LED lights. And it solves every major gripe I've ever had with LED lights. You know how like LED lights, sometimes they flicker, sometimes they're like weird colors, sometimes they have shitty apps that don't work well. Yeah. This little $5 board solves all those issues, so I'm really pumped on it. So I'll probably do some custom LED videos in the near future.
So are you thinking the title is going to be like Philips Hue is a scam? I'm there's a couple of things along that line. Like this $5 board penetrates the walled garden that is Philips Hue. Because the cool thing about this little $5 board is that it can pretend to be a Philips Hue light. So it can actually integrate itself into the Philips Hue ecosystem, which is really handy. I don't know why people waste their money on Philips Hue.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me write that down. Hold on 1 second.
That's interesting, though. So what kicked you off to wanting to purchase this? Was this part of your new computer desk renovation that you're doing?
That was part of it. Honestly, it was my dissatisfaction with LED lights in general. So I made those, again, another video that I'm just wrapping up now is I made the speakers for my desk that have lights in them. And I just disassembled a set of Philips Hue lights and put them in there. And I was thinking like, I have all these issues with Philips Hue that I don't like. And I've wanted to do my own LED lights for a long time, but it's just such a pain in the ass to do. Because you always end up buying these cheap lights off Amazon or something like that, and you have no idea what they're going to look like until you get them home and set them up. So this board kind of solves that.
Or they all have like different apps or whatnot that you have to use them for, and it's just like I don't want to open up 7 different apps to try to control this, and some of them have a certain setting, some of them don't, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Derek's got all the Philips Hue stuff kicked up right now on screen.
And the Philips Hue is like crazy expensive too, isn't it?
Crazy expensive. So so I have these Philips Hue strip lights, like the light behind me there. That's just like a sign with a Philips Hue strip light wrapped around the exterior of it. That was $120 for just this short length of. Yeah. So I went on AliExpress and I got a better quality strip light and the board and a power supply for like a quarter of the price of the Philips Hue system.
Sweet. So Derek's got a 75-inch strip.
Yeah.
$300.
300. So granted, that is the one that they've made that like goes on the back of your TV. So this one, I think it's got some sort of system where it hooks up to your TV, and then depending on what's shown on the TV. Yeah, Derek, go 2 pictures to the right. Yeah, that one. So depending on what's on the screen, the lights change so that it looks like what's on the screen is washing onto the walls behind the TV.
Okay, I am the least gamer person of anyone. Why the hell do people play video games and stuff and want like all of this stuff behind their TV illuminated, isn't that going to like blow off the color that your TV is giving off and distract the shit out of you?
I think the idea is that it's like a more immersive experience. It's like, the experience just doesn't end at the TV. It like extends out onto the wall.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, look at this couple in the ad; they're loving it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she looks like she's having a good time. He looks annoyed that she's there. But I don't know. But I don't know. This is Eric being a boomer with tech stuff. I'm like, I don't need it. But maybe once I have it, I would like it. I don't know.
That's extra stuff. I don't know. I would like to try it at some point and see if it's enjoyable. I could see for like watching a movie where it might be kind of fun.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Although I do like, I know you'd get like halfway through a movie and it would glitch and it would stop working and you'd be like, hold on, honey, I gotta like pause the movie and do tech support right now, which would just be a nightmare.
There is nothing, and this is a generalization, there's nothing your significant other hates more than you having to pause to get some unnecessary piece of tech that they don't care about running.
That's Sophie's entire life. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on once. I gotta refresh the cache on the NAS, and then the videos start playing again, or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, just turn the damn TV on. I play it with the speakers coming out of the TV. I have one remote for my TV, and it does everything I need.
Yeah, but you're a Mac guy. You probably have a Mac TV hooked up to, I don't know.
What the shit's a Mac TV?
Don't they have Apple TV boxes or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I just have the Roku thing. It was like $15.
Oh, Roku. That's off brand for you.
Yeah, and that's a Windows kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
But it was cheap. I'm cheap.
John's making fun of you in the live stream chat, by the way. He's saying that you're an 85-year-old trapped in a lurchy 30-year-old's body.
I mean, that's true. You guys all met me down at Workbench Con. You know that I'm the person that just lurches over other people. Tall, lanky guy, just lurching.
Would you say you're the tallest YouTuber out there?
No, I think Jason Bent's taller than I am.
Oh yeah. But
or
Jason
it's just
Bent,
his high heels that he wears.
Yeah, he's not lanky like we are too. He's more of like, he's just big. Oh, and also, what am I saying? Blake is massive. Blake's got to be like 6'8".
BM Sculptures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely taller. But
you know what? It's horrible as a guy who's like 6'2". Occasionally, you meet people who are taller than you, and you're like, "Oh, this sucks." Like,
you look up at people, and it makes you feel inferior.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not used to this. Like, I go through my life looking down at everybody, but then you meet somebody like Blake, and you're like, oh, goddamn.
It's. Never mind. I lost the train of thought. I had a joke to go along with that, but I'm not even going to try to get it out because it was just going to be awkward now. What do you say we knock out another question? This is
okay.
I feel like I have to because John from Lincoln Street's here, and he always, trashes us about how we never answer questions. So we're actually going to answer a question.
Okay.
This one comes from Official Tree.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's a real name, but that's what we came with. Since every brand, DeWalt, Ryobi, Makita, etc., have their own line of cordless tools, which brand would you recommend investing in? I'm kind of broke, so I really don't plan on investing in multiple cordless tools. Would you even recommend cordless tools? I already have a few DeWalt cordless tool batteries, so I'm wondering if it's worth investing in just DeWalt for cordless or something else.
I would say, okay, I mean, obviously I'm a DeWalt shill, so I'm just going to get that card on the table. But I think if he actually, I'm assuming a gender here, actually already has the DeWalt batteries, the DeWalt platform is pretty complete. Like, there's not a lot of tools that they don't have, so I would say go for it.
Absolutely.
On that front. I mean, yeah, the big thing is just research whatever line of cordless tools you want and see, do they have everything that I'm going to need?
Right.
Now and in the future, as much as you can see, as much as you have visibility on what you're going to need in the future.
My thing is, he said, I'm kind of broke. So my initial reaction was, okay, go to like Craftsman or Ryobi. But then he says, I'm assuming it's a he. I shouldn't have assumed that. The tree says, I have a few DeWalt cordless tools. Instantly, discussion over, just get DeWalt. You already have the batteries, which is the most expensive part of the platform. DeWalt's a great tool company. Stick with DeWalt.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I mean, I like do a little bit of research and it's like, okay, Milwaukee has this one tool that I think I'm going to need 2 years down the line. Maybe it's worth investing then, but even like if you already got the batteries, you're right. Like that's the biggest thing.
We've discussed this a lot, and you and I both say the exact same thing. If your tool set is going to be unbelievably small, just saying drill, driver, circular saw, it is literally irrelevant which brand you get.
Yeah.
What really matters is like the secondary and tertiary lineup of tools. So like, oh, I'm going to need a cordless trim router. Well, there are a lot of really crappy cordless trim routers out there. And if that's something you're going to use a lot, know that up front and just skip that brand.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I think that's a good way to look at it. But he's already got, and assuming gender again, damn it, already got the DeWalt battery. So they've got a good trim router.
Yeah, I've got it. It's nice. I like it. I like it. I'm trying to get my hands on that Milwaukee one.
Oh,
just because,
shootout. See which one's better.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Like I told you, I'm in that awkward stage where I have a couple Milwaukee tools and a couple DeWalt tools, and I'm just not sure which is going to be my like secondary battery platform that I keep.
Yeah, I
just don't know.
Do you see yourself going to two tool platforms in the shop? Is that you don't think you could ever whittle it down to just one?
I could, but it won't be for a couple years. The tools that I need cordless from Festool aren't available yet.
Right.
But I did not confirm or deny that the tools that I need are coming battery platform. I'm purely speculating.
Could not say. Interesting. Do you think hypothetically, if those tools did come out, you would go full Festool?
Probably, just because I already have a lot of cordless Festool stuff. And truly, it's just like you with DeWalt. You have a relationship with them. It's like they work well. You're able to get what you need. It's like I don't need 1,000 different brands. Yeah. This complicates things, is all it is for me.
It really does. And if you're not paying for it, it's like the Festool tax is not nearly as important. Right. You'll be excited to know that I have a new miter saw in the mail.
Oh, did you get Capex?
No, I didn't get the Capex. I actually got the new DeWalt cordless miter saw. So it's actually it's a 60 volts. I think Derek's going to pull it up for us right now. It's their 60 volt saw. And it's a 12-inch cordless miter saw. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's not that one, Derek.
12-inch?
Yeah, it's a big boy. It's based on the one.
Volt. Okay.
It's based on the one Derek has, but it's a single battery. That's a dual battery one. But it's really interesting in that it has. So when the blade spins down, it actually uses that momentum to recharge the battery. So apparently it can do up to 675 cross cuts on a single charge.
I'm assuming on like a 2x4 or something is what they measure it on.
I think they measured it on a piece of 1x8.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the one.
Bad.
That's the one right there. So it won't be a shop tool. It's going to be more of a job site tool for me, but I'm still really curious. And apparently they really stepped up the dust collection on it. So we'll see. I might have to talk to Travis over at Shop Nation.
He's working on a dust collection boot for almost all of them right now. Because we were talking to him at Workbench Con. I don't know if you were in that specific discussion about that.
I've talked to him a little bit. But yeah, he finally made one for my Bosch saw in the shop. So I'm going to buy a 3D printer, then I'm going to buy the file from him, and I'm going to print my own at home and set it up.
Right on.
I've been wanting to do a shootout video for a little while where I compare different miter saw dust collection systems.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think once I get that, I might do that video finally.
I'm really trying to get my hands on the new cordless Capex and cordless like CT vac thing.
Is it?
Because-
Oh, I didn't know they did a cordless Capex.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
It's got like 12 inches of crosscut capacity or something. It's pretty good.
Wow, that's nice.
I'm trying to get my
could get
hands
into
on
that.
that because if I could have a miter saw setup that I don't have to plug in and it's just cordless for how infrequently I'd use it, I
Yeah.
think it'd be pretty nice to have.
Actually, that's not far off the DeWalt one in terms of price too. So it's $1,300 for the Capex. What is that? That looks like a small blade on it, though.
Yeah,
What is
it's like I think it's like an 8.5-inch blade or something.
Oh, interesting. But I guess that's okay as long as you have like the slide, like the
It's a slider,
capacity.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need as much depth as long as you have like a good slide on it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's not horrible. It's I think bare tools $1,000.
Yeah, that's not bad for like a good high quality miter saw.
Yeah.
But that I guess it is kind of. Is it a 7.5-inch blade?
I don't know. I think they do it in millimeters.
Millimeters. Ugh,
So
Europeans.
but I don't know. I've definitely considered it. I
Yeah.
put out another request for other things, so I don't know what comes
All right,
first.
so inside baseball question for you.
Ooh, hit me.
Have they ever given you a hard limit, like, hey, you can request like $5,000 worth of tools, or is it just kind of like,
No.
no, okay, yeah, same thing with me and DeWalt. It's just kind of like, I try not to push it. I try not to ask for too much stuff. but
Right.
they've literally never said no to any requests. So
No. So I got something along the lines of tools. I got an email from somebody today. Like it kind of started off with one of your classic things of like, this isn't going anywhere. But then I read
Yeah.
it a little bit further and was like, this is kind of interesting. So you and I have both talked about how hand tools for us are kind of challenging, kind of a
Waste of time.
turnoff, waste
Yes.
of time. And the biggest reason being is because I don't want to spend time sharpening them
yeah,
or learning like all the intricacies of sharpening. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have the
yeah,
time.
I agree.
Well, anyway, this company reached out and they're called Rally Hand Planes, perhaps RALI. And here's their thing. They're hand planes with like carbide inserts or something.
Disposable.
Yes.
Oh,
And they was like, well, first they're like, are you interested in promoting them? And I said, no, but I'm interested in like checking one out. Because like, I'm not just going to tell you I'm going to promote something if I've never used it. But I was like, this is kind of neat.
a lot of companies I find, as soon as I say that to them, I'm like, well, I'm not going to like, you got some crazy thing. I'm not going to promote it until I've tried it. A lot of companies just instant ghost at that point.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
they reply back and they're like, oh yeah, of course. Like we'll send you one out for you to test it. No strings attached. So
Ooh, I like that.
okay.
Okay,
So
so,
the one that Derek's got here is the 220 Evolution. I think that's the one they're sending me.
Okay. So walk me through how this thing works. Like
I
it
have
looks
no
like
idea.
Okay. All right. Hey, it's not badly priced, $153.
Yeah.
But I guess to a certain degree, you're relying like, okay, so I wonder if we gave this thing to Chris from Cowdog Craftworks.
thought about it.
Would he be like, this blade is not sharp at all? Like, this is complete and utter bullshit? Or would he be like, oh, yeah, this is pretty nice?
I thought about mailing it to him
Yeah.
just to get his thoughts.
You should do, I mean, you're probably too busy for this, but if you do a video about it, you should get him as like to collab with you on it. Like, you use it for a little bit, put it in the mail, send it to him, and then get his impressions.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I know that, I mean, with all due respect, I know that this brand does not have the budget that I would charge to do a completely dedicated video on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so it's like, is it worth my time? I don't know. But nobody else
Yeah.
talks about this, so this could be pretty interesting.
I mean, it's a unique product. I've never heard of it, so I don't know. At the very least, you got to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if I would do a video on it, it'd be something along the lines of, assuming that it works really well,
Yeah,
it'd be something along the lines of, like, you're wasting your time sharpening your hand tools or something like that.
yes, yeah, exactly. I like it.
But I don't know. It's definitely interesting. Interesting concept.
I want to get Jared. Can you find the cost on the replacement blades? Oh, look, it comes with a sustainer.
Oh, does it?
I just saw a little sustainer pop up in there, like in the advertising there at the top of
Oh.
the screen.
Heck, I'm all in if it comes with a sustainer. You know me with the organization. I'm all.
I'm
down
gonna get
for it.
you a 6-pack holder that goes in a sustainer.
Do you know that they make a sustainer called the Cool-tainer? That's
Oh,
like foam lined,
uh-huh.
and it's like a cooler. Oh my gosh,
That's
there's
cool.
one that's $924.
That's the exclusive plus one.
I couldn't even tell you what that means.
Tell them you'll do the video if they send that one to you.
No, I'm not doing it for that.
Come on,
way.
I'm your agent now. Let me negotiate all your
No.
contracts.
No, Mark would fire you instantly. Oh, did I tell you that the video I told everybody I was going to put out the dining room table video?
Oh no, is it delayed again?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm going to do it with Policy Genius. It was supposed to be the first week of April, and now it's going to be the first week of May.
so what happened?
They were just like, based on the negotiation structure that we decided upon, the company had to reorganize their economic efforts to make that happen. They're like, basically, they didn't have it in the budget for April, so they had to move it to May.
I see. Isn't that so weird? Like, again, it all comes back to me. It's like, who cares when the video comes out? But for some of
Right.
these companies, it's like such a big deal. Like, I won't name the name here, but I had a sponsor, and they were like, "Hey, could you write us an invoice and date it as last year?"
What?
And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." Like,
Oh.
it seems odd, but yeah, I
Yeah.
can do it. And it's like, I don't know. I guess it's like budgets, and all these big companies are so bureaucratic, but it's just interesting.
It's and half the time, it takes them 6 months for them to pay you anyway.
Well, yeah, well, I think that's
So it's like, what does it matter?
yeah, exactly. That's a good point. It's like, yeah, just pay me whenever you're going to pay me, and I'll post the damn video in April.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I want the dining room table video. So wait, are you going to skip? You're not going to skip a month because of that.
I don't know. I'll probably put out some other video.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay,
I don't know what I'm going to put out. I'll figure something out.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do a topical video as opposed to, because I just did a build video for JCats at the beginning of March. I don't know. Maybe I'll do release one of my topic videos. I could do the don't buy Milwaukee tools video.
I have been waiting for that one. Yeah.
That's going to piss people off. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, that's a good clickbait title.
Yeah. I could talk about, what are the other topical videos I've got? I think I've got like lumber milling techniques. I've got, I don't know, that's kind of boring, but like I've researched videos on it and people seem to like it. So,
So when you say, okay, so let's rewind a little bit here because this might be useful for people at home. When you say you've researched a little bit and people seem to like it, what have you done to get a sense that there's like demand for this type of video?
sometimes I'll use TubeBuddy, which is like a paid app that both of us use. It's like think of it if like you use like a Google Chrome or something and you use like a browser extension. It's basically that for YouTube. It's like a browser extension for YouTube. And like if you look up like how to mill lumber properly or like things of that nature, it's got some decent traffic on it.
Okay.
I've seen a lot
So-
of other people post videos recently that have done well. So I don't know.
Okay, so there's demand for it. Whenever I see, basically, if I go into YouTube and I like punch in how to mill lumber, and there's already like 10 videos on it, I'm always like, that's done. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a bad attitude to have, because some of my best performing videos are videos that somebody else has already done. So
Right.
yeah, I just wonder, like, is there... So in TubeBuddy, you can see the frequency of a search term, or they'll tell you how often people are... They won't say, you know, like, people search this a million times a day, but there's like a 0 to 100 rating, right?
So yeah, something like that.
Something like that, where they'll kind of give you an idea of how often it comes up in the search term. So I guess, I mean, as long as people are still searching it, there's potential to break into it and get some of those views.
Yeah, and it's going to be something along the lines of like the mistakes that people make, or something like
okay.
that. So it's
Okay.
like you kind of hit like, here's how you do it, but oh, here are pitfalls that people come across, or something like that. When
Yeah.
people love to be told that they're doing something wrong.
Yes. Yeah. Milling lumber, don't make these 5 mistakes.
Right, exactly. Something along those lines. I've got that. I built a clamp rack.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of like an upgrade on one that I had prior, and obviously this is a really old video too that I still have never put out. I don't even have the clamp rack anymore, but I've got that. I got plans for it too.
Nice.
I've got a follow up to my pricing video that's going to be like why your products aren't selling.
I like that.
I've got the video about like the table saw, like upgrading table saws and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm going to put out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's a good position to be in. You got a lot of things going on.
But this kind of go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I if you got something else to say, we'll keep going on the subject. But I do have a video that I'd like you to help me title.
Ooh, okay. Hold that thought. But I was gonna say this, the idea of like, I don't know what video I'm gonna put out. Like, I'm not really worried about it. Kind of made right before Workbench Con, I kind of noticed that I was in like a different headspace. And what I mean by that is I kind of feel weird that with like the business, I no longer have to just go absolute pedal to the metal, because it's already kind of like built up a little self-sustainability. But dude, that's like a really weird place to be, especially when 3.5 years I was just going absolutely bonkers on it.
Right. I think you might have what I have, is that when things are going really well, I'm like, I kind of take my foot off the accelerator to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I don't feel the pressure to keep grinding away, but when things are not going well, I'm like, I gotta hustle my way out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's necessarily the best attitude to have, though.
I know.
Because sometimes on social media, when you go on a hot streak or whatever, there's a benefit to posting videos rapidly. Like,
That's
the
true.
momentum from your last big video will potentially carry your next one.
Yeah.
But I have the exact same impulse that you do. It's like, I'm like, yeah, like, like I can breathe for a second because my last video is doing really well, and I can like take my time with the next one almost.
But sometimes I almost feel like I need it too. Of like,
yeah.
I've been hustling. Like, I've got to take just a little bit of time and just like, breathe, right? Or focus on spending some good time with my family or whatever, friends or something.
For sure. And I think that stuff recharges your battery and allows you to do the social media stuff a lot better, right?
Right.
I honestly, like, I think I've talked to you a lot about this on the show, but like once I'm done with the Squarespace contract that I'm in right now, I want to slow down the pace of videos, specifically so that I can make better videos, but also so that I can do that stuff like spend more time with Sophie, so that when I do work on the videos, I'm more enthusiastic about it. I'm more focused. I'm more inspired.
Right.
Because I think all that stuff in your day-to-day life supports the video creation stuff.
Yeah.
And if you focus too much on doing the video creation stuff, counterintuitively, it actually makes the videos worse.
Agreed. And just contrary to popular opinion with all these like YouTube pros, they're like, everyone's waiting for Thursday at 9:30 in the morning for your video to come out.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one even knows that you have a schedule.
Exactly. It all gets, and it doesn't even matter. Like, open up your YouTube app right now, or even open up Instagram and see, like, the first thing that's shown to you. Was it posted today? Probably not. It was probably posted like on Instagram. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before. And then YouTube, it's like, who the hell knows? Could be a 6-year-old video that gets shown to you right away.
Right. It just doesn't matter. Like, stop putting you got to stop putting these arbitrary like limits and like boundaries on yourself. Just when you have a video ready, just put it out. If not, whatever.
Now, I do want to caution people because I think you can go too far the opposite direction too, right?
True.
You can be one of these perfectionists who never puts out a video because they're worried that it's not perfect or you could do it better. That's bad as well. But I think I don't think either of us really have that problem, but I know some people do.
No, I mean, look at my videos. There are all kinds of mistakes in there. I'm like, oh yeah, I missed that. Or you had a B-roll thing and it like didn't sync up over a clip, and you get like three frames of just something random, and then it clips to something else. That happens all the time.
It happens all the time. The worst. Oh man, the best one I have is one of my videos, and it's a popular video too. So I think a lot of people have seen it. But have you ever used the warp? Oh, you're a Final Cut guy. So in Adobe Premiere Pro, there's this thing called the warp stabilizer, and basically it just smooths out shaky footage.
Oh, it sucks in Final Cut.
It's pretty bad.
It makes you kind of do like this, like, whoa,
yeah,
like
the screen goes all
in and
warpy.
out. Yeah.
But I have this clip where it's like click here to analyze for warp stabilizer. For some reason, that got baked into the video, and it's like,
you've had that before, right?
Yeah. Well, it was a while ago. It was like a year and a half ago or something.
Where it says like on the end of one of your videos, it says like rendering or something on the.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, these things happen.
Huh. It's a pain, but yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's YouTube.
No.
It's like, nobody's gonna die. It's just a little weird visual artifact in less than a second of a video.
But it was funny because before I went to Workbench Con, I was in this like, I'm just kicking back and relaxing. Things are going great. I'm going to work on stuff when I get time. And then I went to Workbench Con and I learned so much stuff, and I got so fired up about, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Dude, I came back last week and like I couldn't focus on anything. I was doing like 3 seconds of all of these different tasks.
Things, yeah, me too.
And it drove me absolutely nuts. And I was in such a bad mood until finally I was just like, you can't do all of this.
Yeah.
Just step back.
Yeah.
And just focus on one thing. Like, you'll get to the other stuff, just not right now.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to, like, when you're in a situation like that and you have a lot of things that you want to do in limited time, I think it's actually a good idea to write them out and prioritize. Just be like, this is the number one thing, this is the number two thing. And, don't move on to number 3 until number 1 and number 2 are done, or you're doing them well, depending on the context of the situation. But
Right.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was like, I want to start a second channel. I want to go on Facebook. I want to start doing all these courses. I want to really dial in my short format video. I want to get even more ahead on long-term video. I was like, okay, you can't do all of that.
Exactly.
Like, I don't have that bandwidth.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, pick one, do one until like you feel like you've mastered it. Like, if you're like, I really want to dial in my short form content, then work on that. Like, dial in your short form content before you start worrying about writing your next course.
Exactly. So right now I'm really trying to focus on Facebook, which is probably the oldest thing I've ever said.
Yeah.
Facebook's going pretty well. I I got monetized on the Reels thing.
Yep.
Got $3, baby.
Beauty. Have you
Yeah.
tried posting any long form content on Facebook yet?
Not yet, because I'm not monetizing that. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I went
yeah.
from like 200 subscribers or whatever the hell they call it on Facebook, and I've got like 15
Yeah,
or
what is it?
1600 now in like 4 days or something.
Nice.
I was
Is
like,
that
okay.
mostly off the back of ads?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. I think we talked about it last week with Scott, but you can basically just buy followers on Facebook. And it's
Yes.
like, you know, like it's frowned upon on Instagram. It's like if you buy followers, you're like a fake. But if you do it through the Facebook ad platform, it's like that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But enough about this and my feelings and emotions. Tell me about this video that you have coming out that you want to workshop titles and whatnot.
Okay. So maybe I'll show you real quick. So I have these speakers here that I just finished. So it's like half lamp, half speaker. And people can see a little background into what our control setup looks like. So I'm trying to think about what angle to approach this video with to make it as clickable as possible.
Okay, so
And-
tell me about the story arc of the video.
So the story arc of the video is that desk real estate is the most valuable real estate in the world. It's so this whole video is about simplifying my desk setup because I've taken 3 different things and combined them into one thing.
Okay.
So I've my current top pick for the title is your speakers are a waste of space.
Ooh.
Sounds like vaguely insulting off the bat, and I have like a good picture of these speakers in like a half completed state where you can see through them that I'm thinking to do as the thumbnail. I'm also thinking like desktop speakers are a waste of space.
No.
You're wasting the most valuable real estate in the world.
I like that. I like something hitting along like the most expensive real estate that everyone neglects. Like something along those
Ooh,
lines.
I like that one. I
'Cause
can
it's
write
gonna-
that down too.
Yeah, it's something that like you want to hit on that emotion front that somebody's going to be like,
Yes.
wait. Do I do that?
Yes. And I also, that feeling of you need to watch this video to find out what real estate you're wasting. Or,
Right.
you know, it's like that fear of missing out. Right?
I like
the classic
that. I like
FOMO.
that. Okay.
S-
So the speakers are going to be a speaker,
Yes.
and then it looked like they were made out of acrylic on
Yes.
the sides. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
also
like-
going to have a built-in lamp.
Yes, correct.
And did you say it was a 3-in-1 design? What's the third?
The third is there's a hidden. So for speakers, especially studio monitors, it's a good idea to put them on a foam block.
Yeah.
And the foam block separates them so that they're essentially isolated from whatever surface they're sitting on. So hidden on the underside of these speakers is a foam block. I used to have my old speakers just like literally sitting on this black foam block, and it looked really ugly. But now it's invisible, but it's still serving the same function.
So does the speaker effectively look like it's kind of maybe floating like an eighth of an inch
Yeah.
above the desk? Okay, so it has like a small float, almost like a shadow line, but the shadow line is the foam.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. So something along wasting valuable real estate.
Wasting money, wasting real estate. Everyone does this wrong with their desk setup.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Also got to write that one down. And then what do you think about thumbnail?
You could do a really clean shot of your desk where there's like nothing on it. And then people are like, what's wrong with that? Why?
Oh.
The desk is clean. What's the issue? Like something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I
You
like
could do
that.
something like that. Most expensive real estate. What about just like a picture of like like a desk or something, some way that you can relate it to being like this desk is in someone's home or in an office or something like that, and you get that kind of feeling. Or
I'm not sure I follow.
like almost like you see like a condo building or apartment building, and like through the window is somebody's like really nice desk setup or something. It's almost like an outdoor shot looking in. I don't know if I love the idea. I'm workshopping it live.
We're spitballing. There's no bad ideas here. This is the brainstorm. Okay. Yeah. I could go outside and take like a nice shot inside. I like your idea of like a nice clean desk setup.
I think I like that. If you want to go something along the lines of like the most expensive mistake people make, you could also like maybe have like a shot of you using a table saw or just a close-up shot of you using like a drill or something like that. If you want to go with like more of the tool front.
Yes.
But if you're trying to really hit the desk people, those like people who love like desk tour videos and desk optimization, I don't think you're going to hit people with like tool photos.
Yes, yeah, I like everybody gets this wrong about their desk setup or like that's
the
straight,
biggest
that's
desk
to the point
setup mistake or something.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Okay.
I think
definitely giving me some
desk setup kind of market or clientele is probably going to be a good one for this video.
See, so John talked about this during his talk at Workbench Con. I have this problem where I come up with like one concept for a thumbnail and title combination, and then I just do like 6 different versions of it, but it's like, that doesn't really, like, it allows you to like, I guess, optimize on a concept,
right?
But I often get stuck in the first idea I have, and I don't actually create other ideas. I just create variations of the same idea. So that's,
So like desk setup versus optimizing your desk versus how to set up your desk versus don't set up your desk like this. Okay, they're all the same thought.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll make like it's like, okay, here's a thumbnail of my desk from this angle. Here's a thumbnail of my desk from this angle. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's a desk. It's the same concept. It's just a different execution of the same concept.
Right. So what I would typically try to do is when I do like the A/B testing, I would try to come up with different concepts, then see which concept performs best, and then run an A/B test on like different wording of the same concept.
Right. Have you ever found a significant difference from like just changing the wording?
I found,
okay.
You're making me on now. I found sometimes like a 30-40% swing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And just a small wording. I mean, it could be just an anomaly, but if it's got like a statistical significance to it, like I don't know. I guess I believe it. Right?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't believe the A/B testing, but maybe that's something we'll talk about in the after show.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one other. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a quick tease for the after show because they just sent out the email for Workbench Con about who wants to register to be a speaker for next year. So I think in the after show, we got to brainstorm how we're going to pitch our talk on how to start a podcast.
So I had thought about that, but then I was like, well, I already bought my ticket. So would they refund me?
Good question. I didn't buy my ticket yet. I haven't.
I did because it was like $150 off.
Yeah, it's definitely a good deal.
Yeah.
They would probably refund you, or maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll give you a hotel room for free or something instead.
No, I don't know. You know who should get free tickets to Workbench Con though?
Our patrons?
Our new patrons.
Nice. We're gonna do it right at the end of the show, aren't we?
Oh yeah. We got to keep them guessing. So we got a new Odie's Oil / certified turd. We have 2. Mark. I'm going to go with Lohendorf. Sounds like that's a strong name. Justin Goddard of Goddard Furniture. And we've got a new apprentice, Mike Kupo at R&R Woodwork.
Love it.
Yeah. A lot of new patrons this week.
And then we also
have
guys.
Yeah. We've also got our returning top tier patrons: Dadu, Luke Schmidt, Derek Jennings at Bacantry Designs, who is stepping in as our producer. We're kind of trying it out, seeing how things work today. Corey Duvall, Jason Price at Priceless Pro Designs, Scott Eastman at Eastie's Woodshop, and everybody, send your good thoughts and vibes to our power cocker, formerly known as West, because he is having one hell of an issue with his finances. I think he got his identity stolen, and like he's had to deal with all these bank accounts and stuff. Because I've still gotten like multiple canceled Patreon, got back on Patreon, canceled again, got back on. I think he's having some issues, or he's just giving us a hard time. But if Wes, if you are having a hard time, dude, we sincerely apologize. I know that sucks, dealing with financial issues like that.
It's brutal. It's brutal. It gets into everything.
So we are so sorry. But those are all of our patrons. They are the only thing that supports the show because we don't put obnoxious ads on this. So if you want to, support the show, become a patron. You go to patreon.com/offthecut podcast. And really, the only selling feature there is you can get your name if you're,
Whoa! You also get access to the after show.
Well, yeah. I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay,
if you're one of those people,
but you said the only benefit is.
Yeah, I was going to say the only benefit is you get your name announced on the show if you're, really full of yourself, and then you need to hear that. But you also get access to the after show, which recently has been, the past several weeks have been longer than the main show.
That's right.
Which was not the intent, but that's kind of how it works.
And you also get access to the Discord.
Yes,
which is a cool place to hang out. Just talk shop. We got a whole bunch of different sections for different things. It's fun.
Is there a cocktail section on there yet?
There isn't. There's a food section, but maybe we can talk to Brock about adding a cocktail section.
I'm all in. I like a good cocktail section. Holy smokes. We have got a laundry list of questions for the after show.
Oh,
1,
really?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different people have questions tonight.
Okay.
We might need to head over there.
Yeah, I think we should probably head over there.
All right. Well, you want to sign off here?
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to the Off the Cut podcast. Send us some email. Email your questions to offthecutpodcast@gmail.com or send them to Eric directly on Instagram. I know he checks all his DMs. Send us voice notes. I don't know how you do it. You go into Spotify. There's a way you can do it through there.
We've got 2 voice notes.
Oh, Craig. Yeah, Craig just said he sent us some voice notes.
Yeah, Craig. I got one. It better not
beauty.
be racist because I have not listened to it.
That's why we do them in the after show.
Yeah, I know. We do in the after show. All right, everybody. Ooh, get a fresh bubbly ready. We are heading to the after show. And if you're a freeloader, we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.